What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be using the 4-3-1-2 as usual. I'm going to be using a slightly different variation. I'm going to be putting in Cole Palmer, trying to see how he feels like. Going to be adjusting my in-match roles as well. Going to be going up against this 4-2-1-3 user, this opponent here. Going to be seeing what I can do. He also is rocking quick counter. So that's always going to be fun with that high line. So kicking off here, immediately you just want to be making sure that you're just keeping possession. A lot of people, they do like to go for that little kickoff glitch where they just play into their center midfielder and immediately try to hit it to their striker. Ideally with a person with outside curler and just put it into their striker to try to cheese people who are not paying attention off of kickoff. But speaking of kickoff, I just immediately throw the ball away. I do bring my keeper out and manually have to defend that. Using dash and press, it makes you go a little bit faster than just holding matchups, so always keep that in mind. Just stepping up with Bellingham here, I'm going to play into Suarez, trying to see what I can find. I do initiate that 1-2 with Hazard here. Suarez is coming back, but I do mistime that horribly. Should have just waited it a little bit more longer, shield the ball with Hazard. You know, Hazard, he does have high balance, but yeah, my mistake on that. And I do step out with Araujo. You don't want to be backing off forever. Ideally, you need to step up eventually and make that tackle. Just going to play little 1-2s intricately. I don't step into the space with Mendes here because you had that defender there, and he also had backup waiting, so I could have really taken that option to just run down that left wing where I usually would want to force people to come out. But it wasn't worth it there. So back to the gameplay. I do mess up that chance with Hazard, but yeah, he's running at me with Eto. I do get that defensive recovery with Saliba. Courtois. With Courtois, he is a defensive keeper, but the other thing I really don't kind of like about him is his passing abilities. By the way, chipped over the through ball into Messi with a nice chip. I'm telling you right now, if you do go for like over the top through balls, you control it like. Let's say you take like one little touch and immediately go for a chip shot. Those type of chip shots, they are super duper nice and satisfying. So, I mean, yeah, that's just one thing you wanted to, I guess if you want to implement it into your game, you can. But back to the gameplay, I keep rambling on. So yeah, with the right card here, Palmer into Hazard. Hazard playing into Suarez. Suarez swinging it out to Bellingham. Going to initiate a nice little 1-2. Bellingham now has space on this left wing. I just want to be running inside there for a little cutback, but he slide tackles in time to get that defensive recovery. Fair play to the opponent. And with corners, I like to take them short. I actually prefer them to take them short than just swinging it in. That's just me, but I am going to try to swing it into a row, but I don't manage to get there. I'm building at the edge of the 18-yard box, trying to twist and turn, see what I can find. Don't want to shoot it with a row. Definitely don't want to be shooting it around. Try to play to Messi, but it does get intercepted. Now on the counter attack, I have to mark the run. He's going to go for the through pass. That's an easy peasy defensive read, but I messed it up. But fortunately for me, Saliba recovers his ground, trying to make some space here, so I'm just going to force it down this left-hand side, but unfortunately I do dribble out of bounds. If I had smart assist, obviously that wouldn't have happened. I'm just joking. All right, back to the gameplay here with Eto, again, making that nice little read. Knew he was just going for that through pass. And just on the break here with Hazard, going to run into that space, pulling it into Suarez. Suarez, a nice through pass out to Bellingham here on this left-hand side, trying to make something happen, but ideally, yep, just going to be playing it safe into Araujo. Again, keeping the ball, making sure I'm taking my time with it. Another offensive fullback here into Dumfries. Well, Dumfries, believe he's a cross specialist, but regardless, he's bombing up that wing, offering that extra option into Cole Palmer here. Fine, Hazard into Bellingham. I do this, see that space with Nuno Mendes, and I'm going to run down that wing here. Going to play back into Bellingham one more time. Halftime is approaching. Got to make a play, but unfortunately, Bellingham does an incredibly wrong animation there. I'm not too sure why he went for that. There was no opportunity to get nutmegged, but it is what it is. Going to be bringing on Super Sub Bale and Son Heung-min. With this Suarez, I do have Super Sub on him, but since he's so good, he just starts over Son regularly, and besides, I want to have that extra blitz curl option coming off the bench. So that's why I have Suarez starting over Son, even though Suarez has Super Sub. Just Frank Rijkaard, I do have the threat of Capello, but I don't go for it here. I'm just going to go for the safer option with Nuno Mendes. He's just such a powerhouse, just running down that left-hand side. He's still going. Nuno Mendes plays that cutback into Son Heung-min. And Roberto Carlos gets that silly own goal. That's kind of funny. But that play was all Nuno Mendes. With this Nuno Mendes card, I mean, people are just so afraid to just pushing up with their fullbacks. When you have a card like Nuno Mendes and with his ability, his player model, like, you can't be afraid to just, you know what, I'm just going to run up this field. You can't stop me. He's one of the fastest fullbacks in the game. Good luck stopping him. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I do have a build for him. It's on my Twitter, so if you want to check that out, you can. Yeah, back into the gameplay here. I thought I got the interception with Rijkaard, but I didn't. But he has Messi blitz curling me, but with Courtois, he is saying not today. Courtois, he's never gonna hold that blitz curl. Not in this game. He's not. So off the corner, just clearing the corner, he just swings it in. Hazard's not gonna win that header. I'm trying to make a read here, but unfortunately he didn't go for that pass, so Bale couldn't get the interception. A nice block from Araujo there, stopping that Messi shot. I mean, he gets another rebound, but unfortunately Messi was off balance. Going to be making some substitutions here. De Jong and Davies coming on, as well as Neymar Jr., as you can see in the top left-hand corner. Bale just whips the header, or well, both players whip the header. Didn't get there, but I do get the ball stealing off of Rodri. Rodri just waiting with Bale. With Bale, you know, he's just again high balance, high physical. He goes for the tackle. I mean, that referee, that has to be a red card. Only gives them a yellow, and it's on the edge of the 18-yard box. So wanted to get a little bit creative, but yes, I do actually go for the pass option here. Going to be playing it short. He's not paying attention. He's fallen asleep. Where are you going? I think his player might have taken a vacation. I'm not too sure. But we take those for 3-0 up. This game is pretty much over, but we want to keep on going. Rijkaard pulling it into De Jong playing it into Bale into Neymar Jr., into Cole Palmer. What can he find? He tries to go for the shot, but unfortunately nobody's there for the rebound, so that is unfortunate. Rijkaard just controlling the ball, just taking my time. Going to be swinging it out into De Jong, and unfortunately there he gets the interception, but that's fine. That's fine. Again, marking any through balls, nothing too easy. And then when he doesn't go for the through ball, I'm immediately going to be rushing out. Nice tackle there. I knew that I had a high probability of making that tackle since I did initiate that physical contact animation, and just pressing slide tackle, you're just going to win the ball back very easily. Neymar, he's just a one-man show, tries to create something out of nothing, but he doesn't make anything out of it, which is fine. Again, trying to, make sure my defense is fine. Marking that through pass, I'm wanting to make sure that he's never having the option to play that through pass into Messi. Hence why you do see me just manually switching to Araujo and just marking that through pass, because these people, they can't help us sometimes. They see a through pass opportunity and they just let it rip. It's every single time. It's so good. Like, why not? Like, you have the through pass option, you're just gonna go for it, right? But yeah, he goes for a nice little 1-2 play. Courtois just being absolutely insane. I'm telling you, this Courtois card, if you spawn for this Courtois, like, start him in your team, start him in your games, because he is just absolutely just playing out of his mind in this game. But yeah, on the quick counter here, De Jong finding Gareth Bale is going to go for the over-the-top through pass into Son Heung-min, one-on-one the keeper, and he goes for the nice little chip. Okay, son, I see you. I see you. Yeah, taking a picture. Okay. I'm telling you, these chip shots are just so satisfying. Let's see if we can go for one more here. Yes, that's on the ball, but he messes up his ball control. Frank Rijkaard on the ball, going for the over-the-top through pass, link up play into Son Heung-min. This is lining up for a nice blitz curl. That's gonna be a 5-0 to us. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Gonna take a nice 5-0 victory. Last two goals from Sung was very satisfying. Very nice. 7 shots on target. Or no, 7 shots taken, 6 on target, and that was the opponent's stats if you wanted to see. So going into the next game, gonna be rocking the 4-2-2. A lot of people want to be seeing a 4-2-2. I'm also gonna be using Biscuits here, or not Biscuits. Busquets gonna be putting defensive options on him as usual, going up against that team here. I did see that he did have Batigol, or Batistuta. That is his name. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Batistuta. So yeah, gotta make sure to watch out for him because when he gets going, he's pretty hard to stop. Immediately tries to cheese me with an over-the-top through ball, but Araujo was having none of it. Falls back to David Villa, but he goes for the stunning shot, not the play there because Saliba steps in immediately. Rude Hullet on the right-hand side, linking up with Messi. Gonna be trying to cut back, but he steps out with his Tony Abs, which is a nice step. Aggressive one, but is the correct one. Joao Cancelo finding Luis Suarez, taking a touch into a Messi here, cutting inside Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi tries to line up a nice blitz curl finish. Bellingham on the edge of the 18-yard box, tries to goes for the stunning shot there, but it doesn't work out. But Eden Hazard nicks the ball back into Bellingham. Bellingham trying to see what he can find here. He steps inside, playing it back into Suarez at the penalty box, and he gets a nice little finish. That's just being calm, composed, and just analyzing your options, what you have. No reason to just mindlessly go for that finesse shot with Bellingham because you have to understand what your player stats are. I knew that Bellingham doesn't have a good curl stat, so I wanted to have a better play into Suarez there, and that's what I exactly did. Nuno Mendes just being a one-man show on the left-hand side. I'm telling you, like, don't be afraid to push up with their fullbacks. Like, it's super fun. It's super satisfying when you get goals like this because Nuno Mendes is, again, it's a one-man show down that left-hand side. It's just, that's his spot. I mean, if you know, you know. If I remember that one Bissaka card that came out all those years ago. I mean, he just shut that entire right-hand side down. But back to the gameplay here. Lionel Messi, nice little fake shot, but unfortunately, Marquinhos and the goalkeeper was helping out, and he gets to stop there. But that's fine. Moving on here, Nuno Mendes into Ruud Gullit. Ruud Gullit finding an easy pass into Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi, nice little fake shot, sends the defender sitting on the floor. Sit down. Where are you going? That's going to be 3-0. Again, just back into the gameplay, reading the passing lanes. Nothing easy for opponent. Nice little acceleration burst to create that space to get rid of the opponent. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Just Eden Hazard just running into the space, forcing him to commit. I do see a Cancelo there. Unfortunately, the game does lag, but that doesn't matter. We're going to keep going with Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard still going. Tony Adams gets a nice tackle there. I mean, fair play. These slide tackles, a lot of these players, they are letting these slide tackles just fly out. You know, they're not worried to get punished. I hope that in a future update that slide tackles do get looked at, so that if you do make reckless challenges, you do get carded more often than not, especially red cards, because they need to, you know, allow these red cards. You know, just let them out here. Here you go, red for you, red for you. You want to keep sliding it? Yeah. But anyways, back into the gameplay. Gonna be playing it short, swinging it into the box to one of my CBs, trying to get a nice little header, but I don't manage to get it. Gonna be playing it nice pass from Bellingham, splitting the lines to the Cancelo. That was a miss input. I'm not too sure why my fake shot didn't come out there, because I wanted to trigger like a matchup animation, but it just didn't come out. I don't know why. But back into the gameplay, a nice recovery from Nuno Mendes, tackling Serginho into Joao Cancelo. Fullback finisher, by the way, Joao Cancelo. So if need be, he can score those goals and cut inside into the midfield and help out and cause those overloads, which this is why I just love this Joao Cancelo card. This Cancelo is so good, man. But anyways, back into the gameplay. Hazard playing into the Mendes. See ya later, defender. You want to keep slide tackling, I will punish you for it. Nuno Mendes trying to get a nice goal there, but unfortunately couldn't get it. Gun playing back into Hazard. Hazard, a nice little sharp touch. Tries to go for the far post finish, but unfortunately it doesn't work out for him. But again, taking my corner short. I always take 99% of the time, taking my corner short. Gonna try to swing it into Araujo with a nice header. Keeper saves it. Tries to go for a fancy little finish there. Araujo, come on, you gotta be more simpler than that. That's gonna be halftime. Going into the halftime, 11 shots on target, 67% possession. Bringing on Bale and Neymar, Son, the usual suspects. Gonna be trying to close this game out. So yeah, just again, taking my time off of kickoff. Again, just playing it to Saliba. I don't want to be wasting too much time playing it back on, because right there, that was super close. That could have been very dangerous. I'm going to held that he's just being way too obvious. I'm obviously going to take the acceleration burst every single day of the week. Again, waiting for the options. No need to rush it. Again, just trying to skill bait my opponent in, and then eventually I'm going to have to pass it eventually. Come on, Neymar. You got to pass it. What's going on? Neymar on a one-man show. Neymar, he's showing his skills. Neymar, again, trying to do goes for fancy double touch. Goes to go for the acceleration burst. So unfortunately, he loses it, but he throws the ball away for no reason. I'm not too sure what this opponent is doing, but it doesn't really matter. Neymar on the ball with it. I'm trying to was a little bit trolling here. I'm trying to go for the highlight here. Trying to put this opponent on my ticket. I'm just joking around. But again, this is what you kind of have to do, especially if you want to improve at dribbling. I just want to be giving the ball to like your actual good dribblers and just wanting to just run at them. But unfortunately, I do mess up there. Almost got punished for it, but it doesn't really matter. Again, one-man show. Nuno Mendes, he has all the space in the world, so I am just going to be running into it, going to force numbers to Nuno Mendes. He tries to slide tackle, but he still can't catch up to Nuno Mendes. If I can get my words out right, Nuno Mendes still going with a nice little acceleration burst. Nuno Mendes down the byline, finding a cut back into Son Heung-min. That is going to be 4-0. I'm telling you, when you have space, I keep seeing this mistake. People just keep passing the ball, even though they have so much space to run into. Just run into the space, force your opponents to overcommit, and then you can find the option for the easy pass, and eventually chances like that will happen. Gonna be trying to cook up something with Neymar here. Quick stop and turn into an acceleration burst. Neymar still going into another acceleration burst. Neymar still going in with another acceleration burst, sending an opponent zigzagging. Where are you going? A nice little acceleration burst from Neymar. Tries to find a finish, but unfortunately gets blocked off the line, but it is a penalty. And you know the rules. We gotta give it to our keeper. Courtois stepping up. He's got to take the chance. Courtois, what can he do? He's going top left corner. Is the opponent going to guess right? Oh, come on. Of course he guesses right. Every single... Come on. Why can't you just stay down the middle? Like, come on. Just give Courtois the goal. He wants to be on the score sheet. But anyways, Eden Hazard, easy acceleration burst. Opponent gives it the space up, but nice recovery from Trent Alexander-Arnold. That's good for him. Batistuta into a Villa tries to go for a nice little through pass. He catches me sleeping there. So fair play to the opponent. Maybe he could have stepped up a little bit, taken a touch or two, and then released a shot, because Batistuta, again, when he gets going, he's very hard to not only catch up with, but to knock off the ball because his physical contact is so high. But nice little overtime through pass. Keeper comes out immediately. That's the power of offensive keepers. They just come out instantly. None of that over-the-top nonsense you want to be spamming with Capella, right? Well, I don't think I was using him. I think I'm using Busquets. But anyways, back into the gameplay. Nice and fake shot into Hazard. Tries to go for a nice little acceleration burst, but unfortunately, he couldn't pull that off. Serginho trying to find Adriano, but Nuno Mendes, him being one of the fastest fullbacks in the game, he's just, again, it's so hard to stop. Busquets tries to go for a little fancy Marseille turn into the pass, but it doesn't really matter because this game is going to be over. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed that gameplay, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next video.